My humility won't let my ego get in the way of, what a lot of people say, one way or the other. Oh, I know someone who could do it better. Oh, you the man, you the best, whatever. Practice makes perfect, first of all. But one thing I've realized is there's plenty of people who are born with the same kind of sight that I have. You know what I mean? The difference is the practice that you put into it. Is it every day? Is it every other day? Or is it every other week? It makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? How you apply yourself. So we kill that bullshit right there. You know what I mean? The thing that is really getting me this time around for February, this whole now, y'all gonna have to bear with me with this shit. This Black History Month bullshit. You know what I'm saying? On one half, the other half, yes, it's necessary. It's cultural pride. It's no different than the Chinese New Year when they celebrate, and all these other cultures where they celebrate who they are. You're supposed to do that, and what that does, it gives you a sense of pride in the people where you come from. You should have that. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if it's 28 days, whatever, all that bullshit. But I'm saying at this time, with all the information that we have about ourselves, that it's still being allowed to perpetuate the same bullshit. You know what I mean? And not take nothing. I will never take anything away from anybody who's ever stepped up for us. Marcus Garvey, you got Malcolm X, you have Martin Luther King. If you know the side story of that, you know what that's about. But we don't hear about like the Bobby Hemmitt's, the Francis Cress Welsing's, John Henry Clark's. You know what I'm saying? These masters, the C. Freeman L's. You know what I mean? They don't get to hear that, and that's the real juice right there. That would have a little kid, a child, have so much more juice at their age than we did. You know what I mean? And that's what every true master wants, is a student that will excel past what they have accomplished. So I say that, I put that out there. I invite everybody this month to take a video. These kids, they don't sit still for long, so you respect that. 5-minute video on something that they wouldn't normally get. You know what I mean? So the rest of this month, I'm going to take little bits and pieces of the sciences, the occult sciences, and explain how those help shape your life as far as an understanding of your purpose and the relationships with people around you and the relationship with yourself, because and that was needed, right? Imagine if we grew up knowing all of this and how different things would be. It's easy for people who are on that frequency with me to understand that, but even to the people who don't study that deep science or whatever, it would change your life to even to have, like, in school when you had like a cooking class, or you just had art one day a week or something. Even if you had just that growing up, it would profoundly change where you are now. You feel what I'm saying? Profoundly change who you are. All right. So for today, being an artist, I'm going to convey something that children love, that we all love, even adults: comic books. This is a part of Black history, whatever you want to call it. Comedic history, Olmec, Native American. It's all the same thing. You know what I mean? Before the continent split, we was everywhere. When the continent split, we was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? In Scotland, that's that leprechaun. You know what I mean? So don't ever look at these holidays like they came out of nowhere. Somebody made them up just for them. They were all based on truths. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get even Santa Claus. The beard was like the chakra system. You know what I mean? Your playing cards came from the Moors. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, the cartouche. Look it up. The cartouche is a symbol. I'll draw it out real quick. And mostly royalty, high officials had these on their sarcophaguses, whatever. But it would look like this. And inside, you would have, symbols which would represent a person, their stature, their rank. So it might be a series of symbols that represent who they are. Now, how does this relate to art? Well, first of all, the first artists were the Egyptians. They were the first to write to record. You know what I'm saying? That's when we started falling lower in the density, when we knew that we were going to go into bondage, that we had to find a way to put these sciences in a place where we would find them later on, which is now. You know what I'm saying? And have it be to where even if everybody else in the world found them, they wouldn't know what to do with them, because this is meant to hit the internal realm. You dig what I'm saying? It's meant to hit the internal realm, where you see a picture, it just sparks something in you. So it would look something like this. Anybody who's ever been to Egypt, or I don't know how that's going to look backwards, but here, just like that. And that would be your name inside. And this would represent that it's talking about you. Now, if you look at this is your first word bubble from a comic book. Instead of having these symbols there, it would be somebody, saying who they are and carrying on a conversation. The stories of mythology, Isis and Osiris, written on the walls, all these deities, which are nothing but chemical equations, basically, that are represented within. I've lived the life of Osiris at different points. You know what I'm saying? You live these different energies. Just start looking at them like that. Frequencies, vibrations. Story of Isis and Osiris, the most famous of all love stories, in my opinion, translated in many other cultures, such as King Arthur. That new King Arthur movie that's out there, that's the Osirian drama right in front of your face. Fuck the characters, fuck their colors. As far as all that's concerned, you look at the story and you get the message. You feel what I'm saying? But these were all written on the walls. These were just huge comic books, if you want to look at them like that. Page by page of a story of a hero overcoming a villain, which is nothing but your higher self and your lower self, and how they, balance out. You'll see a picture of Horus standing forward, and you'll see a picture, and the same picture Set will be in the back, right here, as his lower nature. Get thee behind me. That's you overcoming your lower nature. So cartouche, when I hear that word, I hear comic. You know what I'm saying? Or cartoons. You feel what I'm saying? Pictures that move now. Animated cartoons. Animated cartouches. So, this is just my 7 minute. I ain't going to do it too much longer, because I want you to show this to your children.